Hi, welcome to Making It Happen TV, where we're here to inspire and encourage you to pursue your gifts and talents. Now, I hope you've been tuning in to the last few shows that we've had, because we've had some great guests, as we have today. Royal Wade Kimes is going to be with us today. Now, you know, what a great name, Royal Wade. I mean, I've never heard that before, but I need to find out exactly how he got that name. And he's going to tell us a lot of stories. He's also an artist. And as a musician, he's also an author. He's got a couple of books he brought with him today. He's done movies. He's done everything. He's been around for a while. He told me that he got his start with Eddie Arnold. Now, there's got to be some of you out there that remember Eddie Arnold. I mean, he was a megastar at his time. He also knows Sheb Wooley. He knew Sheb Wooley while he was still here with us. And I interviewed Sheb Wooley several years ago. Great man. And so I want you to stay tuned. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we get back, Royal Wade is going to be here on the stage with us. We're going to have him sing 2 or 3 songs for us and tell us a story. There's one story that he told me backstage, and that I really, you know, the name of the show, Making It Happen TV, it's an inspirational television talk show, but he's got a story. Talk about inspiration. You're going to be inspired. Maybe it'll even inspire you to the point of stepping out of your comfort zone and doing something you've always wanted to do. So stay tuned. We'll be right back with Royal Wade Kimes. Thanks. Hi, welcome back to Making It Happen TV. Okay, just like I promised, Royal Wade Kimes is here, and he's going to come on stage here with me in just a second, and you're going to love meeting this guy. I told him just a few minutes ago, he's a little bit on the ornery side, but maybe we'll find out why that is as well. So come on in, Royal Wade. Come and join us here on the stage of Making It Happen TV. It's so good to have you.
It's good to be here.
Can I have a hug?
You sure can. Good to be here.
I'm a hugger. So if you would sit down right here.
All right.
And we're just going to talk for a few minutes. You know, you've told me some stories, and, you know, I don't know how long ago it was, but it was at least, I'm thinking it was 3 or 4 years ago, that I contacted you
Probably.
and asked you to be on the show.
Yeah.
And here we finally are in 2018.
I said I would, and then you held me to it.
Yeah, you bet I did.
Yeah.
I'd have used one of those cowboy tricks if you
I
hadn't
had a little
come.
girl do me that way one time.
What?
She's 6 years old. She said, "Would you sing at my wedding when I get old enough?" I said, "Yeah." And then she moves halfway across the world and called me. It's time for her to get married. And I had to go come out there and do it.
Are you serious?
I thought I would.
Wow.
So,
Now tell me, okay, before I forget, where did you get the name Royal?
I was named after Royal Crown Cola.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Dad, he couldn't come up with his first name, so he just went down to the restaurant and he was having a cup of coffee, and when he turned the cup up, there was RC Cola sign over there on the wall, and he said, "Royal Wade Kimes."
Was Wade a family name?
No, he got that from a comic strip somewhere.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
But see, the name fits you
worked
perfectly.
Yeah, Warner Brothers was trying to find a name for me because they knew my name was Wade Kimes. So they was trying to find a name, and they'd come up with Morgan McAnally or something like that. I don't remember what it was. They need something cowboy because I'm a cowboy country music artist.
Right.
And so they was looking for something along those lines. And so one day I walk in there, and Joe Mansfield, who was president of Warner Brothers at the time at the Solemn Records label, he said, "Is your name Royal Wade Kimes?" I said, "Yeah." He picks up the phone, and over the intercom all over the building of Warner Brothers, he said, "You can stop looking for Wade a name. We can't beat this." So,
That's right. I mean, it's a beautiful name.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I know. Look at me. Don't you see the glow?
Absolutely.
I'm telling you, I got it going on.
I have to kind of push the ornery out first, and then I see the glow.
Well, there might be a little bit of that there.
Okay, so tell me how your career got started. Have you always known that you would be a country music artist? Have you always known that?
I knew when I was 4 years old.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I had a cousin that I loved him. I just loved him, and he would play guitar when I was a little boy. And I remember he was sitting on a concrete block, and I was sitting on the ground, and out in the little yellow light bulbs, all we had for back porch light.
Yeah.
And we was poor, and so I'm sitting there, and I'll never forget that. I thought, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
As a little boy.
Wow.
And so later on.
Now this was in Arkansas, right?
Yeah, I lived in Arkansas at the time.
Okay.
Yeah, sure did. And so later on, when I was 15 years old, I worked the sawmill and worked at a sawmill. And my dad and I, he had a sawmill, and I worked at the sawmill all summer. Got enough money to buy me a Stella guitar. I think it's about $25.
Wow.
Wish I had it now. It's probably worth a ton.
Really?
But anyway, so I did that, and then I'm the last cowboy of the last generation to ride the Boston Mountains where I'm from, up in the northern part of Arkansas on the Oklahoma line, to ride that when it was open range.
Wow.
And I rode it for several years, and when they closed the range down, I picked my guitar up and went to Nashville. And then I met Eddie Arnold right out on the street one day.
Oh,
I mean,
my goodness.
I was sleeping in my truck. I didn't have any money. I mean, I was broke. Nothing was working, nothing. And
I mean, did you go there first though, thinking you're going to start writing songs and maybe all of a sudden?
I told Garth Brooks. I told Garth Brooks one. I told Garth. I said, I said, when I come to this town, I said, I thought that if you could write a song and it's good, they cut it. And I said, then I thought if you was good enough and you could sing good, they recorded you.
Right.
He said, how long it take you to get over that? I said, about 3 days. I figured that right out.
Really? Because how many people have probably gone to Nashville thinking that same thing?
It used to be a real politic game, and it still is to a certain amount.
So, okay, so you went to Nashville,
Yeah.
and it didn't happen like you thought it would right off the bat?
No, I found out it wasn't what you think it is.
So did you have to go get a job there?
Oh, yeah. I went to work. I first worked horse ranches and did some of that, because I'm really good with horses.
Yeah.
At least I think I am. My little mare thinks I am. And so anyway, I worked some horse ranches. Then I met Eddie Arnold, and Eddie told me, he said, you go work on reality while I work on the dream. Because I met him right out on the street, and I didn't jump him like most people, they're going
Right.
And I thought, I've been here 2 years and nothing happened, and they're telling me how good I am, and I see the next guy come up behind me and they tell him how good he is, and I thought, boy, if he's good, I'm bad, because that just don't look good to me.
Right.
It didn't sound good, and so I told Eddie, I said, look, I don't want anything from you. I just need you to tell me something. That's all I need, because I couldn't believe anybody, and they will. They'll tell you in Nashville, they'll tell you how good you are, just pat you on the back, and you may not be. They just tell you that because they don't want to tell you that you're bad, you see?
Wow.
So I didn't know if I was good or bad, because you can't hear yourself the way other people hear you.
Right.
You just can't do it. I mean, it's impossible. So anyway, so I said to Mr. Arnold, he said, yeah. He said, come on down after Christmas. And I said, all right, I'll be down. And so I come down to his place after Christmas and had this little raggedy tape that I was embarrassed for him to play to hear. And
Now, I forgot, how old were you then?
I was in my 20s, and
Okay.
I should have been. I actually had my head examined because I thought I knew. Well, I thought I had this going on. I've been writing songs since I was 15, and found out I didn't know nothing about it when I got to Nashville. I mean, I didn't. I mean, I thought I knew, and I found out there wasn't none of them songs done. Well, none of them finished.
Oh, wow.
But I thought they were, but they weren't.
Wow.
So anyway, so Eddie, he listens to that song, and he said, "Who's that singing?" And I said, "It's me." So he makes a phone call to another legend named Jerry Teifer, who was the head of Acuff Rose.
Yeah.
And he tells him, he said, I'm sending this boy down there to you. He said, now, he ain't just nobody. You better listen to this. That's when I knew I had something. But he didn't tell me that I had it, even though I said, I want you, and when I went in there and sat down, I said, all I want you to do, I need you to tell me if I've got it. And if I've got it, then I'll stay in that truck I'm sleeping in. I'm sleeping in my truck.
Yeah.
Till I make it. I'll stay, nothing will drive me off.
Wow.
But he didn't tell me that. He just picked up the phone, started that, and first thing you know, I was talking to two legends, and I'm thinking, what is reality anymore, So, long story short, I made it, and I mean, one thing started happening another. I wrote songs for Garth Brooks. Garth and me hooked up together through Bob Doyle, who was managing him and kind of managing me too on the writing end of it, because I was honing my craft writing. And so I wrote Bury the Hatchet for Garth, sold $17 million, probably set $18 million now, I would think.
What was the name of it?
Bury the Hatchet.
Bury the Hatchet.
We bury the hatchet, but leave the handle sticking out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I wrote that about my hometown. Anyway, so, because you hear through the paper walls, hear what's going on.
Right.
There's a fight going on, So anyway, so I wrote that song with him, and then I wrote another one too with him, and one of them's in the can. I hope he puts it out one day. But then I started, I got Diamond Rio cuts and Gene Watson cuts and stuff like that. And so then Warner Brothers, we got around to them picking me up. That's the way they used to do it. And the old school way was you get real good at writing, and then there's somebody over here over here in the curtains watching, and they sign you then later. That's the way it used to kind of work. But I got real good at the songwriting deal, and started writing my own songs. I got to where I wouldn't co-write anymore because I knew what I wanted. And I'm fast. I write songs. If it takes me more than 30 minutes to write a song, it ain't no good. I write songs really fast. The fastest one I ever wrote was 5 minutes. I mean, just wrote it right down.
Now, you told me also that you knew Sheb Woolley
I knew
before he
Sheb.
passed.
Sheb and I wrote a song. In fact, I recorded it, Where Have All the Cowboys Gone?
Oh, wow.
And I recorded that. I started writing that song at home, and a line in it was about him and about Clint and all that. And I thought, I can't write this song, not without Sheb on it. So I called Sheb up and I said, Sheb, I got a song. I said, I can finish it right now, but you need to be on it. You need to be writing with me.
Wow.
And he said, all right. He said, let's set it up. So we set it up. Me and him wrote the song. Yeah.
Oh.
So that was I wouldn't take nothing with those memories.
Oh, I know
And
it.
Eddie Arnold, I worked with him 20-some years. He was an awesome, awesome man.
Wow.
Awesome man.
Listen, we got to take a quick break. I told the audience that you were going to tell us that inspirational story.
Okay.
But I want to save that. And if you'll go over there to the stage, we'll take a quick commercial break. And when you get back, go ahead and start singing a song.
Okay,
And
I'll
you
do it.
promised I'd really like this song.
Well,
you're
if you
gonna
don't, you don't have good taste, so I can tell you.
Get over there, Henri. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back with Royal Wade Kimes. You don't want to miss this. Welcome back. So like I promised, here's Royal Wade. Take it away, Royal.
Well, there's butterflies in heaven, flowers all around. I must be in heaven, 'cause I can't touch the ground. Ever since we kissed, ain't nothing been real. And I've heard this can last forever, and I just know that it will, 'cause there's butterflies in heaven and flowers all around. I must be in heaven, 'cause I can't touch the ground. My skies are all blue ever since I met you. But I'm watching for those streets paved with gold. Oh, but honey, did you know that there's butterflies in heaven and flowers all around? I must be in heaven, 'cause I can't touch the ground. Cowboy, a cowboy on the loose. I said, cowboy, cowboy on the loose. You better find that woman, better keep her near, 'cause I saw a cowboy walking here. Yeah, but thinking be a running smooth and fine until the cowboy has beat your time. But grab that woman, better hold her tight, 'cause anything can happen in here tonight, cowboy. Cowboy on the loose. I said, cowboy, a cowboy on the loose. You better find that woman, better keep her near, 'cause I saw a cowboy walking here. Yeah, but thinking be a running smooth and fine until the cowboy has beat your time. But grab that woman, better hold her tight, 'cause anything can happen in here tonight, cowboy. A cowboy on the loose. a cowboy on the loose. You better find that woman, better keep her near, 'cause I saw a cowboy walking here. I did. Tell you about what happened, how I got from Nashville back to here.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, this is our inspirational
Well, you
story.
said you want to hear it.
Yes, I do.
I don't want to leave nothing out. I mean, look here, you can see the flow. So anyway,
With
happened?
the glow.
Yeah, that's it. So what happened was I been in Nashville for a lot of years, and I started feeling the frustration. I saw that the music business was changing. The face of the music business would never be the same.
Right.
Technology, it did it to it.
Right.
So it crashed. And I mean, the music business is basically it's crashed. And anybody tells you it ain't, they're wrong. It's
Right.
crashed and for all different purposes. So I didn't know what I was going to do. I thought, am I going to stay here and keep touring from Nashville, or what am I supposed to do? And so I had that ranch out west of Nashville for 20-some years. And so I thought, I was going down to the barn one day, and I didn't know what to do, and I was headed down there to take care of my horses. I got some good quarter horses. And I just stopped in the middle of the road, and I looked up, and I said, God, if you want me to go, I will. But you're going to have to send me an eagle. That means I'm free to go. Mm-hmm. The eagle's freedom.
Right.
And I'm free to go, and that's what you want me to do. And I want to do your will. What is? It's your deal. It ain't mine, because you're fixing to dump a lot of work on me. I knew that's what was going to happen,
right.
And it is. So anyway, I did. I said, I got the faith, but you gave me a sign that you wanted me to go to Nashville. In fact, you forced me to Nashville. Now you're forcing me. It looks like to me you're forcing me somewhere else. But
right.
So you send me an eagle, and 3 days later, I'm in the barn down there taking care of my horses, and my wife hollers and she says from the house up there about 100 yards, she says, "Wade, there's an eagle," and she said he glided all the way across to the ranch to the barn, and he started circling. He circled it 4 or 5 times before I come out. And when I came out, he swooped up in a tree there beside me, and he cocked his head at me, and I cocked mine at him, and I said, "I've been waiting on you, old boy." Wow. So I walked back up to the house best I could see. I was crying. I mean, just really crying. And I stuck a sign in the front yard, and I'd been there 27 years, and it said for sale. And then I went to Nashville the next morning and told my camp that I'm going to be moving to the mountains on the border of Arkansas, Oklahoma, and I'm going to put together a deal called Pro Cowboy Country Music Association.
Wow.
And the Pro Cowboy Country Music Association had its first award show last year, and it's a family award show. It's real. It's true. There's no fixes in. It's a good show, and it rated high. It went into 25 million homes, and I'm pretty proud of it.
Wow.
But
you should be.
That's
now, where's it located, though?
We do it live to tape in Fort Smith, Arkansas at the Convention Center. And then it airs on Dish Network, on RFD Cowboy Channel, and Cox Cable.
Wow.
That's where it airs.
That's fantastic.
And we're already hooked up to have it again this year, so get ready to watch it. It'll come out, and you'll see it in November.
So what you're saying to us is that you are at a defining moment where you needed to know which way do you go, left or right? Mm-hmm. And you asked God, what am I supposed to do? Right. And you got your answer.
Not only that, think about this. He started a whole different genre of music. We now have pro cowboy country music.
Okay.
We don't have contemporary pop country music like is in Nashville.
Right.
We don't have, it's not called traditional, right. Even though it's some traditional, but it's got some cowboy, like it may have a cowboy lyric. It could be like a Marty Robbins El Paso. That's what they say I'm like, is Marty Robbins or Tex Ritter, that kind of thing. The stuff I play here today, right. I play a lot more cowboy than this is today, but I felt like this was the right stuff for today. I want to do it.
Those are beautiful.
But cowboy country music now is its own thing, and we've got a lot of artists that see. If you're not in the circle, and you're not going to do contemporary pop country, you're not going to get heard on radio. They won't play cowboy country. So I thought, all right, you don't have to play it. We'll just start an award show with God's help. If that's what God wants, if that's what He wants, He'll make that happen. So He did, and now we got cowboy country music, and we got all these artists. There's a group out there out in Montana called the High Country Cowboys that are freaking awesome.
Wow.
And there's a girl down in Texas. She's great. There's an old boy out in California. He won male vocalist, and he won album of the year, and he's awesome. and he couldn't get arrested in Nashville to start out with.
Wow.
But he gets in this competition, and, this is an award show. It's not like it's American Idol. This is and how this works is we have judges out there that have been in the business 20 to 30 years. They don't know who each other are. They don't live in the same state. So whenever everybody nominates themselves, the nominations come into the Pro Cowboy Country Music Association board, and then we send it out to all the judges, and they send back their pick. And they ain't conferred with anyone because they don't know anyone.
Right. Wow.
That what's a true vote.
That's great. Okay. All right. Now, you want to talk about your books?
Yes, I do.
Which would you rather talk about? This.
Let's talk about the books first.
This isn't a golden necklace or anything that you brought me, was it?
No, not Harley. You don't get to keep that. But we will, we will talk about that if you want to. We got time.
Let's tell me again. I forgot already. This one's
That's the book that's out right now. It's called Sleeping Charge. It's my eighth book. I've got
now,
5.
Why did you start writing books?
My wife said, "Why don't you go write a book?"
Okay.
So I went
and you do what your wife says.
Yeah, I do. I mean, look, there's 2 kinds of men in this world. If you look right here, there's 2 kinds of men in this world. There's them what is henpecked, and then there's them what lies about it.
Okay.
So there you go.
Thank you.
Now that book there is called Sleeping Charge. It's about a guy named Jubal Tate, and he's got 4 buddies. They were in the Civil War. It opens up at the end of the Civil War, basically, and an atrocity happens that he don't go along with, and neither does the other 4.
Yeah.
But it gets bad quick. So it jumps 15 years after that.
Yeah.
15 years later, and 15 years later, he is a traveling preacher. That's what that is. He's in his rig there, and he's a traveling preacher.
Oh wow!
Going across country.
Oh,
and let me tell you though, don't cross Jubal Tate, because he will turn you over to the Lord, and that's what he says to every one of them. I just turn you over to the Lord.
Oh,
It really gets
that's
good.
a cute story.
Oh, it's more cute, honey. This thing is devastating. It's just, I mean, it's cute nothing. Don't tell Jubal he's cute.
I say everything. Okay. All right. Now this one.
That one there was out last year, and that sold, my goodness. It's Where Outlaws Roam, and it's about a guy that will not bend. And because he wouldn't bend, the boys in Great Britain said, "We'll just load you on a ship and dump you where outlaws roam," and that's here. Because that was during Jesse James days and all that, and all the Cole Young and all that. So they just dumped him on the shore there and let him have at it.
Now, are on all these books? Are these totally your words? Or do you have a ghostwriter?
Oh no.
Okay.
No, I don't need no ghostwriters. My goodness gracious.
I guess since you're a songwriter, it just kind of.
Well, yeah, it's the easiest thing I ever done.
Wow.
I wrote my first book in 7 days. Sent it out to L.A. and she said, "Hey," and she's a literary girl. She said, "Hey, no way you wrote a book in 7 days." I said, "Well, I did." I said, "Probably ain't no good." I said, "I don't know, but take a look at it." She calls me back about 3 or 4 days after she read it, and she said, "That ain't just a book, that's a movie." So then I knew I had something. I knew I could write.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is wonderful.
I tell you, you can see the glow here if you just keep looking.
Okay, you've got a couple of CDs that you gave to me.
I did give you them.
Now, don't you forget to sign my book.
Don't tell everybody I gave you them. I have to give them to everybody else.
Oh, no, because I'm special.
Oh, okay.
Okay, tell me about both of these.
Oh, this one here was, it won Album of the Year in fact, that song about Golden East Hills on there.
Okay.
It won Album of the Year by Roots Country Music Association.
Okay.
And this one over here has had 4 or 5 top 3 international hits on it. That's Love of a Cowboy. This one's called Shadows of Time, and that goes back in the time of here, when back in the younger days. And yeah. So both of them have been really big sellers for me so far. And in this day and time, when you can say that, that's pretty incredible.
I have to mention that one song, that Cold Country.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
the
that was
video. If you guys, go to his. Can they still?
Yeah, you can go there to YouTube and watch it.
I love that.
Yeah, I tell you, I really got that thing went viral, and I guess it done it. I don't know if it just did it all at once. I don't know what happened, but YouTube writes us a letter and it says, "Please forgive us. We're going through a rough patch." They lost the count.
Oh my
I just freaked out because I needed that. I wanted that. I wanted to be able to say it's viral, but they said it went viral, but we don't have the count for you.
Oh no!
And sure enough, they was having technical difficulties, and I lost it. So, but anyway, it's been one heck of a song for us. I do it live, when we go out.
Well, the video is so good.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on YouTube and check that out.
Watch Cold Country.
Country. Yeah. Okay. I just opened this, and it's not a diamond
Show 'em what it
necklace
is.
like I
Show-
was
Give
expecting.
them a look at that. Ain't that something?
But isn't this gorgeous? Can you get it?
Yeah. Let me tell you.
Wow,
Let me
this
tell you
is
how you get
beautiful.
that. I'll tell you how you get that. We have a trail ride that we have in the Boston Mountains each year in September and October, and I've given away over 100
That
of,
is
of
gorgeous.
those, and about 200 of the 5-year buckles. That's a 10-year buckle right there. That's a high dollar buckle.
Wow.
I got one on.
Do you? Wow.
Yeah, boy, I'm telling you, I'm sitting here ready. I'm thinking, you didn't go. I didn't get off that Turner truck yesterday.
Now, you know, is this just for men?
No, I got a lot of women got them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that is gorgeous.
You ain't kidding.
That
They
is
ride 10
gorgeous.
years, they get to have that. And this will be our 13th annual year.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
You are really a cowboy, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am. I started riding when I was a little boy, and I'm the last cowboy to ride as a, in that generation.
Wow.
Yeah, I
You
am.
know,
I really
like
do,
I
too.
said, I wish we had an hour, but we
Yeah.
don't. But maybe you'll come back sometime.
You give me 30 minutes, and I'll have you straightened out.
You'll have those yellow roots just totally gone.
Something would go. I don't know.
Thank you so much
been a
for
pleasure.
coming
Been a
after
pleasure.
all this time.
Yeah.
I really enjoy. I love all your songs,
Well, thank you.
and you did a great job over there. So, but we're gonna have. It's the way it goes, you
All
know.
right. See you.
So, thank you for joining us today. I know that you enjoyed hearing and listening to Royal Wade Kimes. So, don't forget, stay tuned for next week. And remember, don't just think it, make it happen,
That's right.
just like Royal did. We'll see you next time. Thanks.